Welcome back. This is episode 13 of Bottom of the Net. Today we got some interesting topics in the building today for sure. We definitely got some good stuff going on today. The lineup today is, got Nigel back in the building, Mr. Hot Take, got Big Money Cal over there, and then you got Money Man Kyrie in the building, and I'm your host, Cam. Real quick though, I just want all the viewers and listeners to know that we did start a Patreon, and it's our link tree. So wherever you see our link tree, it is there. But we started our Patreon to pretty much be more open and just be more of ourselves, so y'all could really see our true selves and get the real entertainment in a different view aspect on us. So definitely go check out that Patreon. We'll appreciate that support. And also, we do have a donation. So if you guys if there's any time you guys ever want to show extra support, we have the donation. It's also linked in our link tree, so it's there for the for the fans and viewers, whoever want to go that extra mile for us. But we appreciate any type of support you guys give us, and just help us keep us growing. But let's get into the topics today. We got Bag or Bucket. Is the NIL changing the landscape of sports? How do we feel about the NBA considering the relegation rule like soccer? Can basketball ever be the number one sport in the world? And we got the most dominant player at each position in the NBA right now. All right. We're gonna touch into our first topic, Bag or Bucket. I'm gonna throw some players out there, and you guys tell me what you think. Y'all ready?
Up it off.
All right, Bag or Bucket. Let's go. We're going to start off with Bones Highland.
Bones got a bag. I ain't even going to lie. When I tell you that man is, what? Dribble moves is crazy. Got that thing on a rope. He killing them.
Bones is something.
He tough.
I'm just gonna have to go with Bucket for right now. Feel me?
Okay, hold on. We're gonna have to rewind back to Cal because he just gave me he's tough. That's not an answer, sir.
He's a bag.
He's a bag?
He's a bag.
Love it. SGA.
Bag,
yeah.
bag.
I think he's both though. Low key, he is both. Like, he got dribble moves that's really on a rope. He can get to the basket. Like, I really feel like he really can give anybody a bucket. But his bag is what gets into the bucket.
It's part of bag work. Cat.
Bucket.
And he from Jersey. Ooh.
Yeah, he a bucket.
He a bucket.
Yeah, he a bucket. He don't got a bag. He don't got a shit on a yo-yo, so I came in. He don't got it.
I'll give him a bucket. I'm gonna be because I'll say bucket.
Embiid.
A bag.
Like,
He got a bag.
I'll say bag.
Jokic.
Bag.
Bucket.
What you say, Cal?
Bucket.
Kyrie.
Bag.
Ooh.
He's a bucket.
Let me try to throw y'all off real quick. Jordan Clarkson.
Bag. Straight bag.
I'm gonna say bucket, but his ability to create his own. He borderline bag. He's borderline bag. He's bucket, but borderline bag. I mean, he's tough though. I don't want y'all to think he like that, but
I think he's a bucket. He's a bucket.
And
Yeah.
all right. I'm going to throw a young dude in there for the last one. Cade Cunningham.
Bucket.
yeah, bucket.
I haven't seen enough of his dribble moves.
I'm not a big fan of him, but he started this season off really well, man. He started off the season really well. Like, he looks really good, man. They actually beat the Warriors tonight. Just letting you know, Kyrie.
You see how that went.
This day and age of the NBA, man, the skill level is so high. Like, any player can have a bag in a sense. There's so many players out there who have a bag and get overlooked. And I feel like Bones is low key one of those players, but he's also on the team with a back-to-back MVP and a guy who makes the game look so easy. But the NBA is at a point where like you could be literally the last man on the bench, the last person out of the rotation, and you could have a bag and go to a regular degular 24 and give 100 points easy. You know what I'm saying?
Word. Easy. Go in any men's league and drop 60
Literally.
2 quarters.
It's insane.
Shoot, look at Karis LeVert. Karis LeVert got a bag and he just dropped 40 one other
I know
night.
he was a bag. I know he was a bag. Bro played like he in Dykeman all the time. So
Every day.
we're gonna transition into our next topic, and I'm curious to hear y'all answers on this. How do y'all feel about the NIL? Do you guys think it's changing the landscape of the younger generation going into sports?
Personally, for me, I would say it's good and bad, because I feel like it's good because you've seen a lot of people in the old days get hurt, lose their scholarships, and have nothing to fall back on. But now this is creating opportunities for people to make money off of their name, their image, and their likeliness. Like when you think about it, had Zion had that opportunity when he was at Duke, think about how much money he would have made way before he got to the NBA.
He already got so money from colleges. He almost got caught up with that.
Bro, the man
Right.
already had $100 million guaranteed before he stepped foot on the court, bro.
No, 1,000%. But now, what if he was able to get his sponsorships and his endorsements way before he got to the NBA? What if he was able to get it while he was in high school? Think about how many people came out just to see him. Like that's a big thing too. But I feel like where it's bad at, I feel like it takes the competitive edge out. I feel like a lot of players won't be as competitive. And I feel like they feel like, okay, cool. I can play. I can have this many followers. Somebody's going to sponsor me. Somebody's going to endorse me and give me money just because I have followers. So I just think, like, when it comes down to NIL, there are players who play better than other players who should have an NIL deal, but because their following isn't up, they're not going to get that same NIL deal as like somebody like Bronny, who got Beats and Nike and things like that.
You think it's not what you know type shit?
1,000%. I think that's just the way of the world. It's about who you know. So like when you look at Bronny, like it's surefire that Bronny was gonna go to Nike. Like his father is LeBron. Like he's with Nike. Like that's just you're gonna keep it in the family type of thing. But
That's a rare occasion. There's other players like dude from Trenton. What's his name?
DJ.
Yeah, DJ. Yeah, he got.
I'm not trying to get beat up. He from Camden, feel me?
Camden, my fault. Camden, not Trenton.
They go hard out there, feel me? He from Camden. They just gonna be spamming the page talking about he from Camden. We just gonna get that out the way.
But
But even still,
Cal, how you feel? How do you really feel about it, Cal? Like,
I feel like it's more of how you use the opportunity. If you're gonna get endorsements, tread lightly. Get an agent, do the whole spiel, bro. Do the whole bang. Get an agent, talk through contracts, try to penny pinch and get as much money as you can from these companies. Because at the end of the day, you're a billionaire. Feel me? In that mindset of you're a walking advertisement. You got to represent yourself. You got to, talk about your shit, be about your shit. So for me, it's just using your platform to improve and show younger generations that, hey, you can achieve this by working hard, but you still got to move smart.
okay, I like that.
That's a fact.
Kyrie.
I feel like low key. I mean, it's double sided. I feel like it's a double sided sword. You feel me? Because I feel like them Power 5 big schools, them kids was getting paid anyway. You feel me? It's just under the table, a little hush money. So like now they could just be open about everything. You feel you now? I feel like at the same time, like we know of old players like Reggie Bush, all types of players that quote unquote took money and ended up losing all these accolades and exactly like. So I feel like it just gets you just filter through all that mess now. Now we don't got to worry about none of that. Yeah. But at the same time, I feel like giving these kids. Giving these kids a lot of money at a young age, that could be that could turn ugly at certain points too. But I feel like if we're gonna give these kids these $1 million NIL deals, I feel like at some point the college should have to step in and it should be mandatory for them to take like some type of financial literacy classes or something should be implemented. It should be there should be like a safety net for those kids. Like you shouldn't just be able to get millions of dollars and be like, here, you feel me? That's just
So
my
you
point.
think,
I feel you.
shoot, you think whatever college they go to, they should get a piece of that share
No,
of
no, no,
whatever they're
not a
getting.
piece. He's saying like that kid, it should be mandatory for him to take a financial literacy class. You need to
Mhm.
Yeah.
give that kid
Like if you have the NIL deal, it should be mandatory. Like you should have
it's
to
like a
take some
safety
type.
blanket in a sense. Cause,
Mhm.
but for me personally, I think I lean towards like it's not. I don't think it's a good idea. I think it's kind of bad because certain kids come from certain situations where they thought they was never going to see that money until they reached the NBA. It's good in a sense that they're getting that money to support their family, but there's a lot of kids out here, especially in the day and age we live in, that's not smart. They don't make good life decisions, especially as a 17-year-old, 18-year-old, and you're still in high school. And let's say you don't grow up in the best area. You flexing the wrong things, shit could go left real quick. And I think to go back on what y'all said earlier about like having that money at a young age, man, it takes away from the game. Like it takes away like it's like I want to reach the next level. I want to make it because it's like once somebody sees that type of money, bro, it's just like some kid's gonna have the mindset of like I'm good, I made it. I don't need to keep pushing. I could give up today and be fine. And I don't like again. I'm happy to see these kids winning, but in certain situations, I feel like it's not always a good idea because it takes away from like putting your dream to the next level. Like as a kid growing up, especially for us 90 kids, 80 kids, all that, your dream was to make it to the NBA because you knew that was the only place you could make money, like legal money. Because like Kyrie said early, like, yo, bro, you going to big schools, colleges throwing that money under the books, easy. They don't find out until you get to the NBA. They can't do anything about it. But it's just like, to me, like Nigel said too, it's just like they focus on social media. Like, let me get my followers up. I don't care about the game. Let me try to look flashy. Let me get the best clip. Let me try to get my NIL deal before I even think about signing to a college, maybe before committing. Again, I'm like 25% in, but 75% out because I just feel like it takes so much away from it. Like, and so much away from the dream and the passion of being at the top level of whatever sport you play.
So wait, I have a question. This is a serious question. So those people who have NIL deals coming out of high school, do you believe that they shouldn't be given the scholarships and have to pay to go to their school? Because now when you think about it, you have millions of dollars already now. So it's like you shouldn't get that scholarship if you got that NIL deal. I feel like that should be kind of like
That creates a lot of controversy. It creates a lot of controversy because you could have a kid who's unknown, but he's one of the top in the nation, but he's unknown for real by the media, and he might lose a scholarship to a kid who's popping on media already with an NIL deal. So
right, and I definitely think that they should. I definitely think that if you have $1 million NIL deal, like take somebody like Mikey Williams, bro, you had your NIL deal for a while. Like now, what is he signed with? Adidas, I believe. Puma, but even still, like you got a Puma deal that's like very lucrative. You should not be able to get a scholarship at a college level. You should be able to pay, or Puma should pay for you to go to school.
I think you need to work that into the deal of like you just said, work it into the deal where Puma's paying for your school. Because I don't like it because like my point is like, yo, Cal, there could be a kid with 500K followers popping on Instagram. Everybody knows him. So as a brand, you're going to go to that kid instead of the unknown kid who's just a dog. You're going to go to the kid who's more marketable. And again, those two kids could be both having the same scholarship opportunity for Duke. Duke is going to take the more popular kid. You know, he's nice and he's still popular, so it markets for the school at the end of the day too. So that kid could get that scholarship, but the kid who's better than him with no following is losing out on a scholarship to probably his dream school.
Yeah, and we all went to school. We all went to school with people who actually are good at the sport that they play. But there's a school down the road who gets more money and has more ability to create better highlights and things like that. So that kid goes to a D1 school, even if he's not better than you. He goes to a D1 school and you might go to a D2. And it just comes down to, like Cam just said, being popping on social media, getting that clip, doing different things. And like, you know, it's just about being seen. And some people don't have that opportunity to be seen.
Like it could be partly perspective too, though. Because some kids might use that as fuel too. It's like, damn, he got a $2 million NIL deal. I need something like that. No, I need four. Let me go put in this work so I can get $4 million.
At the end of the day, you can put in that work, but it has to be done through social media to get it, bro. You have to be marketable, bro. Those businesses look at marketable. Mikey is marketable, bro. He has that younger generation on lock. But at the end of the day, if you look at his game, bro, Mikey's nice. What top competition does he play? But there could be a kid with no following playing the top comp every day, no NIL his way. So you could put the work in all you want, but if you're not popping on social media, that NIL deal is not going to really come your way.
It's tough.
It is.
I'm probably going murder do name, but y'all know who his name like Nico Lala Maweva or something like that. He a high school recruit, like class of 2023. He signed an NIL deal for $8 million.
What's his name?
He ain't even stepped foot on campus yet. It's Nico Lama Lueva or something like that. I'm probably killing his name, but
$8 million?
Class of 2023. He's a quarterback. I'm not sure if he signed to Tennessee or if that's one of his schools of interest, but yeah, man, signed an $8 million NIL deal.
Oh yeah,
like 17, 18 years old.
He like 6'4" with braids, skinny.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that kid.
Oh,
but he's marketable, bro. He's popping on social media, popping on his own TikTok. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's marketable. He does it. He's flashy. He's nice though. He is nice. But $8 million for a high schooler, that sounds insane,
or
bro.
Going to college, you think that kid's gonna go into college well prepared now, like focused?
Depends on his circumstances as well as who he surrounds himself with or what his family surrounds themselves with. I think he's in good hands if he's getting an $8 million contract off the bat. Somebody on his team is marketing him so well that they're like, all right, we're gonna give this kid a contract because he's gonna be a superstar, clearly.
But the thing is, like, I do agree with what you're saying, but you know what I'm saying, there's always that chance and risk that this kid loses all his hunger and drive because he just made $8 million. There's such a huge possibility for that to happen. But like you said, if you have the right people around you, it might not. But it just sucks in the back of your head as a coach. That risk is there, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you think he really gonna listen to his coach? He makes more money than his coach. You think he really gonna listen to his coach, bro? Keep it a being. He pull up in a Lambo, coach pulling up in a Prius.
No.
Like, bro.
But it's just like I'm 25% in, but I'm 75% out because it just takes so much away from the game at that age. Because bro, when you're at these younger ages, bro, it's all about working hard and making it. But like, just knowing that I can make $8 million for not even touching college yet. Once I get that $8 million, there's gonna be something in the back of it telling me like, yo, bro, you could relax, invest this, and your life is made at 18.
But for me, I feel you. The risk is higher than the rewards. Like what you're saying. Nah, I agree with that.
But yeah, we're gonna transition to the next topic, which I think is an interesting one.
Real quick though, this just came to my mind too. But do you think with NIL real quick? Do you think the price that they should get or the amount cap should be based on the sport they play? Because in college basketball, 1 year, then you go to the league.
That's
Football, you gotta do 3 years before.
That's a great
question. Do you think should that vary, or like it should be?
At the end of the day, it's not gonna vary because, like me and Cal said, if you're marketable, bro, your price is the ceiling, bro. Mikey Williams, marketable. That kid Nico, marketable. They are popping on social media, bro. So it's like, I'm bringing millions to your school regardless, bro. You can't put a price on that. Even if I stay for 1 year or 3 years, Mikey's probably going to stay for college 1 year. Who knows if he isn't going to college, but whatever school he goes to, that gym's going to be sold out every night he plays at home.
Yeah, for a fact. Imagine Wembanyama over here.
Yo, the NBA went out their way to buy rights to stream his games.
Crazy, say that, bro. Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah, that's crazy,
bro.
And it's even worse. They's like, yeah, every game for free. They threw the for free on for there, bro. Like, that's crazy.
It's insane, bro. Yo, bro, he might be the best prospect of all time, bro.
Yeah, because ESPN wasn't doing that for Brian.
They wasn't streaming high school games. They probably showed the
They
chip.
like it's gonna be on your local cable channel for free. Don't even worry about
They
it.
didn't even
Like,
do that for Zion.
right.
Nah.
But we're gonna transition to the next topic, and this was really about the NBA came out and said they're actually considering doing the relegation rule like soccer. And if for the listeners, if you don't know what that is, in soccer, if you're the worst team for the whole year, if you're the last place, you get dropped down a league, and the top team from that league moves up into that league. So the NBA is considering that, and the way they want to do it is the worst team in the East and the worst team in the West will get dropped down to the G League, and the G League best East and best West will move up to the NBA. How do you guys feel about that? We're gonna start off with Nigel.
I definitely think that there's perks to doing that. Because then you'll see the competition level rise. Honestly, you don't want to be that worst team because you don't want your team to go down to a league where you know that you might just kill the whole competition and have the best record and win a championship down there. You want to rise to the occasion. But I definitely think that for a G League team, it's always great to stay on your toes and be the best team because you never know when that opportunity could arise to where they implement that and then the worst team drops and you take their place. Now you have to play at the level that you should play at on an NBA level where you're trying to get to. And I think that opens up a lot of doors for a lot of players now too, that if my team is the best team in the G League and your team is the worst team in the NBA, we swap. I don't even got to work for a contract no more. I'm already here. Now that might, issue the pay to go up higher for that G League team now.
Cal?
I feel like it would be a disaster, from a business standpoint, at least because, like, think about it. If we move a G League team up to the conferences and they're getting spanked, then what? Like, what's the point of doing that if they're gonna suck too? You feel me?
I mean, there's
Like,
a point because it's high risk, high rewards.
exactly. That's what you might as well not have that option and just have the regular teams. But I get that they're trying to be different and trying to play with shit like the play in. I fuck with that. But as far as trying to get a G League team to move up, nah, that's not gonna work because they're gonna get their ass whooped.
Okay.
Let's be realistic. Yeah,
Kyrie?
they're gonna get.
Okay.
I still kind of feel the same way, but like is it a huge age difference like between G League players and NBA players? Like
Not at all.
genuinely,
There's dudes that used to be on NBA benches.
Yeah,
Like
they're grown, man.
there's a team in the G League right now. They got a bunch of like dudes who used to be in the league. Like,
Yeah, Mexico
that's
City.
ABA. You gonna say the name?
I forgot.
Yeah, Mexico City,
Yeah.
the Capitones or Capitanales or something like that.
Yeah, that's what their name is.
But go ahead, Kyle.
I was saying like it. I feel like it wouldn't really work out. It really won't. I don't think with basketball it'll. I don't think that's something they should do. Because let's say who was the worst team in the East last year? Like the
OKC.
That's the West.
OKC was the worst team in the West.
I think so.
I thought it was Houston.
Hold on, I'll tell you right now.
Yeah, I'm waiting my turn. I got something I gotta say.
Whoever that worst team was, you know they're. If they were to play a series, if it wasn't a sweep, it'd be a gentleman's sweep. Like I don't see them losing more than one game to a game of G League players. Like you got their facilities are completely different. They're on completely different regiments, aren't they?
Yeah.
Are they allowed the same equipment and off-site training and all?
Yes, they are.
I mean,
Yes, they are.
They have their own equipment.
Yes, they
and
are.
stuff like that.
And I
You said they
can
have
tell
their own?
you. I can tell you firsthand from working for the Long Island Nets, a G League team, that they all have their own like specific training facility. And this is a fact. Like even still though, when you look at the worst team in the West, that worst team in the West was a bunch of G League players. Some of them got moved up because they needed to fill that roster
Hold on,
spot.
though.
So
Hold
you
on.
really
before you continue to go off, Kyrie, was you done?
Yeah, for the most part, because I wasn't being
Wait. You said the worst team in the West was a bunch of G League affiliates?
Some of them was. Some.
pretty much.
Their bench would be filled with G League affiliates. But before y'all get into it, I'm gonna go on my take. I think it's a great idea, and I think it's very marketable for the G League and the NBA. Let's say the team in last place in the West, They drop down. They're a bunch of young dudes for the most part. Most bad teams in the NBA is a bunch of young dudes, right? With G League players on the bench. That team in the G League is going to be a million times more hungrier than that worst team in the NBA. One, they're fighting for more money because the NBA has to pay them more for getting moved up. Two, it's just more money. And then they're getting a better chance to stay in the NBA instead of just drop back down. Yes, would it be a skill gap or a talent gap? For sure. But at the end of the day, bro, we all know in sports, whatever team's working harder and playing harder, most of the time wins. G League dudes are hungry for a real NBA contract. G League contracts are nowhere near NBA contracts. And it's marketable for the G League because say the team with all them young dudes and talent go down to the G League, they're going to bring in a bunch of money and a bunch of fans down there. And at the end of the day, it's going to bring a competitive. What happened?
What about the draft lottery?
If that draft sticks to? Ooh, see, I don't know. That's the NBA. I don't know how they would even handle that. They'll figure it out, though. They'll figure it out.
One day,
this contract. Wait, I don't know. I was reading up on it.
Real quick. What if they steer away from the draft?
That defeats the purpose.
Think about it though. Soccer doesn't have a draft.
Okay, so we're gonna do what? We're just gonna pick up anybody.
Sign the kids from high school, bro. They're already making millions. It doesn't matter.
So we just don't have to draft altogether.
I'm not saying no. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. That's just me throwing it off the top of the head. These kids are making millions already. You think they care about going to the draft anymore? And that just goes back to the conversation we was just having. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like it's gonna give more of a chance for the unknown kids because there's a better opportunity to show that I'm a dog and I can make a team without just a 60-man draft. They would never do that. They would never do that. That's just me throwing that out there.
Yeah, I hear you, but with that scenario, you would actually have to evaluate the players on how would you evaluate top ranked players?
They just watch them throughout high school, same as soccer. They watch them kids. They watch them kids grow up damn near. And the NBA has enough. The NBA, G League. There's so many ways to scout a kid until he gets to high school. There's so many ways to do it, like AAU, high school ball, travel. Like there's so many ways to see a kid grow. Like I don't know. For some reason, I just feel like the NBA is leaning in that direction, especially being okay with drafting kids out of high school again. That whole OTE thing. Yo, 2 of those kids are entering the draft from that, bro.
True. I got a hypothetical for you, right?
Go ahead.
So let's say LA keep going the way they going. Bron and them, they bottom of the West.
That'll be crazy.
So Bron and AD, they playing in the G. You think Bron and AD are really gonna want to play? They playing on these.
No, I don't. But it's just like imagine that. Imagine that though. You know how much that LA G League team's about to bring in, bro. You know how much money they about to bring in, bro.
LA team, regardless of politics in it.
I feel like the older vets or the more established players, they not gonna want to buy into that. Like, they're not gonna want to play.
The older vets, not at all. But how do you think those dudes
ring chasing?
How do you think those dudes feel in soccer, bro?
Yeah, that is crazy.
Y'all want to bring in that aspect, but it happens in soccer all the time. Yes, they've been doing it.
It's a different sport because we draft players. Soccer players don't get drafted.
Yeah, at the end of the day, but that pride and what Kyrie just said as being a vet and all that, yo, bro, that shit and that pay wage going down, like that shit happens, bro.
Yeah. Cause think about it. Like, think about if Messi's team was the worst team and they dropped down. Like,
God. He has to deal with it,
right? So, like, right, and that's what I'm saying. Like, you have to think about it on that type of level too. Like you said, the example with the Lakers.
Fuck no. That shit.
I'm just saying, like, I'm just saying that the way he said the example with the Lakers definitely is just something. It
sounds
like,
crazy, but imagine it happening. Like, as a basketball fan, you're gonna be like, oh nah. And that G League team is about to bring in the most money they ever brought in. And this is why I said it's marketable and profitable, bro. It's in the long run, the NBA and G League, which they're partnered, are going to make mad money. And they're just going to be capable of building more fan bases in a sense. It's a weird thing. It's a weird thing. Like, I understand where you're coming from 100%, Cal. Like, it's shaky, bro.
Yeah.
Do you think they were prepping us for that with the play-in?
What'd you say, Kai?
You think they were prepping us for that with the play-in?
No, the play-in game will be the most intense game in the world. Now that I think about it.
Think about it, because
Even
those
though
are the
they're
worst
nowhere near
too.
last, they're nowhere near last. But it's just like I think they'll have to. It's a long structure they have to do and figure out if they really want to put this into play. Because Cal's right, the draft does come into play. And this is another question. So you're like, does that Lakers team just swap facilities? Like the Lakers team goes to the G League, and does that G League go to the Lakers facilities, and they just change the logos?
Oh no.
I would do that instead of just like,
Wait. Also, another question: do you swap with your G League team, or do you swap with a better G League team, like the best G League team?
I think
you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's kind of confusing. Like it's a lot to structure, bro.
Yeah,
it's a lot to structure. But I don't know. I just
Combine the 2 leagues.
I like the idea.
I have a question.
That would be scary though. That would be really scary. Like,
or would they keep their facilities, but no NBA teams going there? You guys are the G League now, and we just upgrade G League facilities. Like we make them better, just in case a full Lakers team drops down. You know what I'm saying? And just make that G League facility better. Like, do you start expanding G League facilities, which I think it would be 100% possible with all the money they're probably going to bring in from that one season alone? Because G League teams have fans, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, more than
fans.
Let me not
Don't go there. Don't go there. But bro, honestly, go ahead, bro.
I got a question. So, how would y'all feel if the NBA implemented like how NCAA has a bracket? If they did a bracket with G League teams, so like they put all the G League teams in a bracket with NBA teams.
That'll defeat the purpose of the regulation, though.
Mm-hmm. No. So I'm just saying, like, take that away. But now, what if that was a way to add the relegation rule in? If I beat the NBA team, we take your spot.
That would be too much. Like a tournament.
I don't like. I agree. I don't like the NBA playoffs how it is now. Like a 7-game series, I don't like it.
I'm sorry for cutting you off. You know it's a good idea. Like, you know how they have the Champions League?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do something like that worldwide for basketball.
I would be a happy man because I watch the Euro League and I watch it. But it's like, what leagues do you take from? Because the Euro League is low key the Champions League already because those teams are all from different countries.
True. But that would be a fire idea, though.
It would kind of demolish the Euro League in a sense.
Mm.
So, and then you'll just have to make one big league, and it would be a fire idea to me. It would.
I think that would be cool though. Like play basketball all year round, nonstop. Have EuroLeague come in with the NBA, schedule games and things like that too. Like that would be cool.
And you know what? If I'm being honest, them EuroLeague teams will come over here and make some trouble.
But
the NBA teams are not used to that style of play of basketball. You guard ISOs all night. Now imagine you come. Literally every Euro team runs team basketball, passing the ball, ball movement all game. Like a lot of defenses are not made for that anymore, and that's what happened. That's what happened to the Olympics. That's what happened to the Olympics. They wasn't used to that brand of basketball, bro. They're used to that ISO ball, bro. I think it'd be cool.
What if they made universal rules now? Like, what if they just made rules for
like FIBA? What if they take FIBA rules?
I think they would favor FIBA rules because obviously we're the only country that plays under these rules. Other countries play under FIBA rules. They would favor the FIBA rules.
Yeah.
And the NBA and American players will have to get used to that because FIBA rules is different.
They call a lot of.
I wouldn't be against. I wouldn't be against seeing
FIBA on the money with that one, bro.
Like, yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, no, that was a great pick. I like that.
Champions League for basketball. Ooh.
Not gonna lie.
That could be.
I'm saying, think about it. The only thing I could think of where I want to see like the worst team play like the best team is if some shit happen where like we see the worst team in the NFL, like the Jets play Alabama, something like that. I'd pay to watch that, bro. I'd pay to watch that. I'm jacking Alabama. Really, they'll give a lot of NFL teams a run for their money.
Bro, stop. Those are grown men, bro.
But still, bro.
Right now, right? Versus what's the worst team in the NFL right now? The Falcons, maybe? Broncos, yeah.
Russell Wilson's going crazy, bro.
The Lions.
The Lions? Nah, don't say the Lions. The Lions won some games.
The Lions are the
Lions
worst.
only won
The
like
Broncos
one
won
game.
one game, bro. They just won their
Yeah,
first
I
game
think
of the
the
day.
game too.
I'll pay to see that.
The
Yo,
Broncos
Them
won
Alabama
three
boys
games.
crazy. They go crazy.
Mm.
Future
That-
first round, first picks. You know they all
That'd be-
5-star.
Russell Wilson throwing for 1,000 yards in one game, bro.
You know, I'm not
Literally,
jacking that.
Yeah, I'm not
I'm
jacking.
not
Bro.
jacking that.
Going under.
Bro. I'm an Alabama fan, and I will tell you, Russell Wilson's throwing 1,000 yards easily. Like
Yeah.
you saw it him.
Yo, bro, but see, this is where I don't like. I think y'all fail to realize like that skill gap. Even if it's a bad team, bro, that skill gap is still huge, bro. You can't say a lot of rookies in the NFL just come in and start going stupid. It doesn't happen that often, bro. That skill gap is huge, bro.
Huge for basketball?
Like I think,
Hell
I
no.
think basketball.
You don't think so?
Hell no.
Bro, you don't be seeing these
think-
kids
Yo.
at Chris Paul camps and Chris
The
Paul just be playing.
Lakers will fry any college team right now by 100 points.
I believe it.
I don't think it would work like that with football, though, is what I'm saying.
That's how it works with football. I think that's how it works with football.
Yo, bro, football. Yo, an
It works
NFL team
worse
playing a
with
college
football than
team, bro.
basketball.
You remember these?
That'd be bigger than the Super Bowl, bro. The best team in college playing the worst team in the NFL. That'd be bigger than the Super Bowl, bro.
But it's like
Kyrie's crazy, bro.
it's grown men who already developed their bodies.
Well, think about it though. Think about how many first round draft picks, first, second round Alabama puts out every year, bro.
Sure.
Think about their production in the NFL, bro.
They're not
Like,
lifting the same weight as that man, bro. They're not,
Kyrie. If Alabama
But
had
that
to
gotta
go up
be
against
skill.
Aaron Donald,
bro.
okay, if they had to go up against Aaron Donald, what are they doing?
He might be able to go through the whole
think
O
about
line by himself, bro. Like he could be the
Yeah,
only
worst
person.
team in
He
the
could be the
league.
only person on the D line and violate the O line, bro.
but they wouldn't be the worst team in the league, though. That's my only thing.
I
But why not
Alabama
take
beat
the
the
best
Lions, bro. Alabama beat the Lions, bro.
We gotta.
You think Bama going?
You said what?
If you put 50 on Bama to win, would they win that game?
Against the Lions?
Yeah, against the Lions.
Bro, easy. 100. Double that. We doubling that, bro. Double down on that, bro.
Bro,
Kyrie,
I
you're
love
crazy,
Alabama,
bro.
and that's not happening.
Crazy.
You're nuts.
Crazy.
Yeah, he's not.
If any of y'all know an Alabama player, send them this, and I bet you they agree.
All right, we'll clip it and tag them. We're gonna transition into our next topic. Do you guys think basketball as an entire sport could be the number one sport in the world?
The only way that that's happening is if, how Cal said, making a whole universal league for everybody. I think that would be the only way that would be possible. But when you think about it, like soccer was introduced as an international sport and brought to America. So like you got to look at something like that. Internationally, that's played everywhere internationally. You talking about Japan, Egypt, like places like that. Like it's played everywhere. Basketball now is being open to everybody, and everybody's learning how to catch up to, like, you know, American basketball and stuff like that too. But I think that when you look at different sports, like soccer is always going to be the biggest sport in the world, in my opinion.
Okay, Cav.
I agree with Nigel. Like, as far as basketball, it's leveling up. Like, more and more countries are playing. China, Europe, you know, Africa. So we like a step behind them. I think we're number 2, you know, as far as, you know, worldwide. It's just gonna take time. I feel like we can be, because our athletes are more popular. Besides Ronaldo, Messi.
Take that back. Take that back.
Yo,
Take that back. Take that back. Take that back. Take it back. Take it back. There's only literally like a handful of basketball players who's on a level of soccer players. Please take that back.
I'm thinking about it.
Ronaldo's the most followed man on Instagram, outbeating the celebrities, bro. Athletes
He got more followers than some NBA teams combined, bro. All day players, bro.
But like, I think we're there. We're close.
You think we knocking on that door?
We're knocking on that door.
All right, Kyrie. Bro just said yes.
I feel like it varies, bro. 'Cause basketball isn't a sport that's as accessible as compared to like soccer. You feel me? I feel like soccer is known internationally. Like I can't name too many countries that don't play soccer for real. Like, but for the most part though, I don't think so. That's what my answer. I don't think so.
My answer is 50-50. 50% of me says yes, 50% of me says no. The area that says no is because one thing that Nigel said earlier, that it was introduced as an international sport. So, and they have like international league, like the Champions League. It's different countries all playing in one league. I think that's huge. And the other reason of why it would stay number one is because it's the easiest sport to play, even if you're poor. You don't need equipment. You don't need cleats all the time. You don't need nothing, bro. I get 2 rocks, make a paper ball with tape, kick it between the rocks, and we're playing soccer. With basketball, bro, it's hard. It's hard to play like at a good rate, bro. You need the sneakers. You need a hoop. You need a solid ball, bro. Like you can make your way, but it's not gonna feel the same.
You don't need a hoop. You can have like a crate.
You make the crate, but it's just like you gotta hang that crate up. You gotta have accessibility of that.
Yeah,
like stuff like that.
Like,
but when it comes to like the actual sport, don't get me wrong, soccer is a beautiful sport. But when it comes like to watching a whole game, I don't think there's a sport like basketball that's entertaining from start to finish, that's fast paced, that's showing skill all the time. There's barely any down times. And I think like that's where basketball catches up, because like basketball as a sport, when it's being played at the right pace and stuff, it's like poetry in motion. Don't get me wrong, soccer's at the same level, but there's so much downtime in soccer, in my opinion, especially because I watch a couple games. I'm a Chelsea fan here. Just watched us get our ass kicked by Brighton. But still, like I just feel like with basketball, like there's always excitement going on, like from start to finish. You know, especially if, like I said, if the game's playing right, and like right now, like I could admit this, I like watching EuroLeague games more than the NBA right now, because EuroLeague is team basketball. It's fast paced. It's more physical. The games are always close, start to finish. The score is always changing. So it's just like, I don't know. In a weird aspect, especially with the world starting to play basketball more, I think there's a huge chance that basketball could take that number one spot.
For you, because look at these past MVPs. A lot of them are international players.
Defensive player of the years, European.
Yeah, like
the real question is, are Americans, regressing as basketball players and Europeans getting better? That's the real question.
I think they're getting more skillful. I think athletically, I feel like players in America are still kind of
Americans is different when it comes to athleticism. Americans is different. I don't know what it is, bro. We just be coming out the womb, jumping for the free throw.
But skillful, I think internationally, like
they got skill.
Yeah,
they got that skill.
A lot more fundamentally sound, skillful type players. Like
I feel like it's more of them playing like adults younger. They play adults.
Yeah.
They get
16.
Playing grown ass men. So it's like, go ahead.
To answer your question though, I don't think America's regressing, but I just think, especially in Europe, I think they're catching up. Besides that athletic standpoint, because I don't know, like we're just extremely athletic. But when it comes to that skill and being fundamentally sound, and like you just said, Kyle, like just knowing that you've been playing pro since you was 16, 15, playing grown men, it plays a huge factor into a dude coming into the NBA, where especially the NBA is way less physical than the EuroLeague. It just comes in like, oh, I could do whatever the hell I want. As soon as they touch me at the foul, oh yeah, I'm going. Look at Luka, bro. Look at Giannis. Like Giannis has clips now when they just played in the Euro Cup or whatever it's called, the FIBA Cup. He was dead having troubles because of the physicality. He got used to the NBA. You know what I'm saying? I don't think America's regressing, but I think Europe's just catching up.
Yeah, I don't think that we could look at it as like, us regressing, but you could look at it as the EuroLeague looking at our moves, taking our moves and making it theirs, and then doubling the moves, and then finding other ways to, get to the basket and being more craftier. Like when you think about it, we took the Euro step. Like that was something that was brought to us. So it's like their moves are being brought to us the same way that our moves are being taught to them. It kind of just gives them that skill set to come over here and be able to dominate.
I got a question for y'all. So we all know that style of basketball in Europe been played since damn near 70s, 80s, 90s. Do you think Pop got a lot of inspiration from European style basketball?
Yes. Yes.
I would believe so. I believe so.
Yeah,
Well, he
And
took parts.
You
Because-
think so? We would never know, but like you think so? Like,
Yeah.
I definitely think that he got it.
certain point in his career.
did he ever coach
Like,
over there?
Did he coach over there? Yeah.
I think he just did the Olympics.
Mm.
But he came into the game in the 90s, and like that style of play wasn't so common.
Mm. Like ball movement. It was more of like
movement, passing, move off the ball, like cutting off ball screens, and like it just. If you look at the NBA, especially in the 90s time, like it still wasn't common.
But you know what it is? I think what Pop did was take a little bit of EuroLeague, take a little bit of college, and take a little bit of old school NBA. That's because, when they didn't have that shot clock, they were passing the ball around, just moving the ball around and things like that. I think he utilized it to his best advantage where I'm using team basketball to score in 24 seconds. And, he did do 7 seconds or less. He did do within 15 seconds, like that actually showed with him coaching the players like Manu Ginobili, Tony Parker, Tim Duncan, and especially with getting EuroLeague players, you definitely need to learn how to use their abilities the best way.
Ginobili from
Right.
Argentina, I believe.
yeah.
So if you also he had who do you have? Boris Diaw.
Boris
He had
Diaw, he was
Raja Bell.
Yeah, a lot of them
Like,
just
you gotta
scoring.
think of-
I ain't even think about that.
Yeah.
Leandro Barbosa. Like,
I did not think about that. Maybe he.
Yeah,
maybe,
like-
I don't know. Because like,
Yeah. Ellie.
yeah, like I think he
But
definitely
my
got some
thing-
inspiration from them.
my
I
thing
think he-
is, how can you coach those players if you can't utilize their skill sets the best way possible?
That's what
That
we-
would make you a
good
bad coach.
Listen to me.
Yeah,
I think
like-
it's easier. I think it's easier for him to coach those players because they're more coachable
And
in a
fundamentally
sense.
sound. Yep.
Yeah. Like
I
okay,
agree with that. I agree with that. 100%. I agree with that.
they're definitely more coachable. You can definitely like teach them the X's and O's because they already know the shit because they've already been through it. They're like, okay,
Hey, man,
here's what he's doing. I already did this.
if anybody from
You-
go ahead, Kai.
I'm about to say, do you think in a sense they're less prideful when it comes to coaching?
Yes.
Yes.
They have less ego.
Yes, they don't have. That's why, bro. That's why they be giving like those times in the Olympics where the European teams was busting our ass, bro. They don't have those egos, bro. It's team basketball, bro. Them dudes, and most of them dudes been playing with each other since they was young. You know what I'm saying? So once they get to the Olympics, it's just team basketball. We're a family, bro. That ego goes out the window because we're all trying to win one thing.
Yeah.
Bro, bringing a gold medal to your country, especially for a sport like basketball where America dominated, it's huge to them. And knowing that they're beating the top players in the world, come on now. But hey,
Yeah.
Them hype.
if anybody from the EuroLeague or NBA is listening, hey man, try to implement my boy Cal's idea of making a Champions League for basketball. Make it happen.
Make it happen.
Make it happen.
Need to see that.
Bro, I would love to see like the
That shit would
top
go crazy.
EuroLeague team play the top NBA team and just seeing them clash, bro. It's be insane.
Yeah, okay.
And it's very marketable, profitable. You got more fan bases. Come on, man, figure it out. Figure it out.
Opportunities for players. You feel me?
See, I would like to see some action with Victor playing NBA team right now to see how he would go up against NBA talent. That would be something that I would literally pay my money to go see.
This is what I think the NBA is gonna do. They're gonna have like exhibition games, like say we having like a week of no basketball. They go overseas, like a team goes overseas and plays a European team.
That'll be a
just
good
to
start.
see.
That'll be a good start. And you know what I don't
Yeah.
like in preseason? Why they never try to play a EuroLeague team like that?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
China or like
Or Australia.
some- yeah.
Why they went for Australia this year? They played the NBL. And the NBL, they beat a couple teams.
But they went to Japan. Golden State went to Japan to
Yeah, but
face
it's
the
just
Wizards.
like, why can't you bring like I don't know. Like I just want to see a team like AS Monaco with Mike James and those dudes over there play a team with another like crafty guard and see Mike James really go at it. And that team basketball versus ISO basketball and that clash, like I think it'll be fire.
That would be fire. I think the NBA is for the whole world to develop really well.
I think
And then we're going.
they could clash with the EuroLeague right now, in my opinion.
You think they could go
Yo,
right
a
now?
lot of those EuroLeague dudes, especially the American ones who's playing over there, they get NBA contracts thrown at them often, bro. I think they could clash right now. I think the EuroLeague only, though. I'm not saying like all the under leagues in Europe, just the EuroLeague, the number one league. I think they could clash with the NBA in certain ways. Because at the end of the day, like the biggest trouble, especially for NBA defenses, they don't know how to cover team basketball. Right now, it's like NBA teams when they play each other, it's like whoever ISO's the best and whoever's hot that night, one player who's hot, they win. In a sense, I'm not saying like fully blown, but in a sense, like
Right.
the ISO balls win the game in a sense, bro. Like if you have two guys on your team going crazy, like bro, your chances of winning's high.
Yeah.
But that one player when the four watching. Now those four not watching. They running with their man, cutting, setting screens all tight.
Exactly.
Yeah. So the pace is definitely, I feel like,
Because
NBA players.
What I've watched, because I've been sticking up with the EuroLeague, and they love to run a high pick and roll, and they turn that into ball movement. As soon as that high pick and roll happens, that dude who set the roll, he's cutting or he's fading, the ball's being moved. The dude dribbling is not looking to score right away. If it's open, it's open. But just know, he's about to drive to that paint. You're going to commit as a big man, that ball's going to the corner, 3 ball. Every time with NBA defense. Because NBA defense, they don't plan to collapse all the time. So I'm saying, like I said, I think it'll be a great clash because like they play team basketball. Next thing you know, you got Steph. Y'all don't know. Y'all never guarded a person like Steph. Y'all never dealt with that. Even if you guys play team defense, how do you deal with that?
Deal with that.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. Like I think that clash would just be insane, bro. It'd be pretty dope.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
That's a great idea, Cal.
Y'all consider the pick and roll like the NBA version of a RPO in a sense, the high pick and roll.
It's more play action. Feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Play action.
That's exactly what it is. It's a play action.
The play action. I mean, you use it so much in the NBA now. Luka uses it. Trey uses it very well. Yeah. I like the way Ja uses it. I don't know, bro. They just
it's the go-to. But see, the thing is, the NBA uses it for that guy to score, that one or two guy to score. In the EuroLeague, it's low-key a team play. It's like I seen Mike James do it a lot. Like, and Mike James is a scorer, bro. He's a scorer, but he would do that high pick and roll. Big man cuts. I'm gonna dime the big man. Big man's throwing it to the corner. Dude commit to the corner. Now I'm throwing it back to the wing. It's either I'm open for the 3 or another dude's commit my big man open dunk. And that's where it leads to. But in the NBA, especially with a guy like Chris Paul, because I love the way he does a high pick and roll, it's him in the center. It's like he can make that corner pass, obviously, but it's him in the center, bro. That high pick and roll happens. He throws it. He cuts. He hedges. Gets the big man. It's either that mid-range shot is coming or the lob is coming. We don't usually see too much out of the high pick and roll in the NBA. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, the high pick and roll is like the play in the NBA.
Yeah, it is.
We've been doing it for years now. Years.
I feel like they always find a way to add some little spin to it though. Like
how that player uses it. You know, everybody has their
player.
Think about the different types. Like think about Kobe and Shaq's pick and roll compared to Steph and Draymond's pick and roll.
Kobe and Shaq wasn't even like a high pick and roll either.
Yeah, it wasn't.
That's what I'm saying.
But everyone uses different. Trey Young uses a high pick and roll because he wants space. Because if you especially since like the game they just had against the Bucks yesterday, he uses that high pick and roll to create space because he doesn't like one-on-one situations with good defenders. It's something I started to notice with him. He can't create his own shot. But when he had that one-on-one with just him and Drew, it's different. But when he gets it's different. Like when he gets that high pick and roll and that space is created, automatic shot. Luka, same thing, high pick and roll. He's really looking for a switch more than anything. Luka wants that switch.
You said he holds the ball in long shot clock situations.
He completely switched his game up this year, and
Thank you.
He's been facilitating a lot more. No, I'm watching. I'm not going to sit here and hold a grudge. Luka
Okay.
is using a high pick and roll completely different from what he did last year. He's using it to facilitate a little bit faster now. So I gotta give him his because he wants to win. He wants to
You
win.
think that's Jason?
I think that's J Kidd.
Hell
Or
yeah,
that's
that's J Kidd.
Oh, I was about to say.
Come on, now. You think Luka was about to sit here?
Yeah, that's definitely J Kidd right there.
That's a fact.
J Kidd, but I'm happy. I'm happy he's doing that because that just turns into winning basketball, bro. The way Luka was playing, he was never gonna win a ring. But if
I want him on the block. If he could be in the mid post 90% of the time,
that's why he wants that switch. That's why he wants that. That's why he wants the high pick and roll so he can get to a spot easier, bro.
But yeah,
Luka's slow,
I definitely
bro.
will say.
Yeah, he's
Luka's slow.
Since y'all brought up the high pick and roll, like I watched Trey Young's play against Javon Carter, and like you said, like when it comes down to good defenders, he definitely struggles one on one with good defenders. Like Javon Carter was the catalyst for that press Virginia in West Virginia. A lot of people don't know that.
Yep.
So he was picking up 95 feet. That man wasn't afraid of anything. So when they went to the tournament, they was playing that same way. And I forget they coach. I think it was not Buddy Boheim, somebody else. But literally recruited him because he picked up somebody 95 feet at an AAU game at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Not too many dudes is doing that, bro.
That's crazy. 8 in the morning.
8 in the morning, full court press.
He's already 2 a.m. playing 2K, bro. That's what's crazy. Bro only got 4 or 5 hours of sleep.
But nah,
picking up 5 stars 90 feet.
Like Cal said though, most guards in the NBA use the high pick and roll different. Like Ja uses that high pick and roll to get started with his downhill push.
If you notice, he'll back up a little bit. He'll back up to the half court and wait for the screeners.
He's trying to get his sprint off, bro. He likes getting that full speed on, bro. You can't stop somebody with a full head of speed like that.
Yeah,
The dude's gonna jump up.
45 bro, like
Now, the only downside about that with Ja is like if people are smart about that high pick and roll, you can step up and get that charge. You should just be able to utilize it better. Like the same thing with Giannis.
He's a little too crafty to get a charge on that man, bro. He's a little too crafty, bro. Behind the back,
I mean,
where you go?
Bro, if you catch him at the right point, like
Bro,
you'll
it's hard.
know,
He's
like
fast
you can't
as hell,
change the
bro.
right.
He's a hard person to guard, bro.
he's hard to guard. He's one of those players that, like, if you really watch his game, you're not stopped, bro.
His first step, he's too explosive.
He might have the best first step in the NBA right now. He might have.
No, Zion.
Look at his buzzer beaters, bro.
I think Zion. I'm not. Go ahead, Kai. Go ahead.
80% of his buzzer beaters to the cup. They not jump shots.
Zion has the better rip through. See, there's a difference.
Yeah.
There's a difference between Zion and Jaws. It's not. See, the thing with Zion, it's not full blown like I'm taking this one step and going. Zion's is like I'm swinging this ball,
Through,
not stealing this ball from me, bro. I'm strong as hell, bro. Weight room, I'm swinging it. My whole body's into this now. So now imagine his 275s be thrown in one direction. His body gonna move, bro. With Ja, it's more of like, yeah, I'm throwing that ball and I'm gone. Like,
But see, with Zion only has to rip through, take that one dribble, body you, and then get to the cup.
I know what you're saying, though, Cal. His rip through is crazy fast.
It's stupid. Who has a better first step? Jordan Poole or Ja?
Ja.
See, I give it to Ja, right? But Jordan
Poole's first step is crafty. It's a difference. It's a difference in that too, bro. Everyone's first step is different. Jordan's first step is like, yeah, you're going to follow me this way, but guess what? I'm not going this way.
Yeah.
Ja's is, I'm going this way and you're not catching me, bro.
That part.
So that's another skill that's utilized in different ways. Jordan Poole's first step is really set up for his move coming because he's shifty as hell. But Ja's like, if I beat you, I'll beat you. I'm not stopping. I'm not crossing you. Like, I'm going downhill, bro.
Listen, I'm about to get everybody mad.
Jordan Poole, his finishing ability is slept on, bro. That's all I'm saying. He finishes really well. Mm-hmm. He finishes really well for a combo guard. I would consider him.
Yeah, I agree. Poole
I'm about to get everybody mad.
Why?
I'm about to get everybody mad. Ja's overrated.
We're not gonna acknowledge that. I wasn't even gonna answer it. Like, I really wasn't even gonna answer it.
I'm playing. No,
you can't. It's whatever. We're gonna roll into our last topic of the night. And we're gonna roll into the most dominant player at each position in the NBA right now. Everybody just say your 1 through 5, and we could discuss after. And we're gonna start with Nigel.
All right, I got Steph, Devin Booker, LeBron, Giannis, and Nikola Jokic.
Cal.
I got Luka, I got Don, I got Braun, Giannis, and Jokic.
Valid. I got Steph, DeMar, KD, Giannis, Joel.
I got Steph, Book, Kevin Durant, Giannis, and I'm taking Jokic.
So from 1 to 3, our point guards and small forwards are all different.
Yeah,
That's what I've noticed.
Well,
me
Steph Curry, bro. I'm not arguing the Luka one. I'm not gonna argue. I understand why you're saying that, but
What's the Don one
it's Steph Curry, bro.
for the shooting guard?
We all had different answers.
Devin
No,
Booker, yes.
we had Devin Booker. Again, I can't call Don the most dominant at that position.
I'm saying recency bias. He's dominating right now. He's dominating.
He is
Dominating more than Book.
Dominating.
I don't know. I was kind of throwing into like last year into it too, but
Yeah, like if we're taking, let's talk about like the last 3 years. That's technically right now too. Like the last 3 years, Donovan Mitchell has not surpassed Devin Booker at all in any sense to be more dominant than Devin Booker.
I think so.
okay. I kind of agree with Nigel because D-Book wasn't making the playoffs back then, but Don was, so Don had more limelight. But even at that time, even at that
Who you
time,
taking, Donovan?
I'm taking D-Book.
D-Book.
I'm answering from just I'm biased as hell. I'm a D-Book fan. I'm a Suns fan, but I'm still taking D-Book, bro. He's.
I wanted to say D-Book, but I had to say DeMar, bro. I'm sorry. That ninja nasty, bro. We got it, bro. I'm sorry, bro.
I'm not bad at it, bro, but he's not the most dominant shooting guard, bro.
Yeah, I got it. Bro, I'm not gonna lie.
I just want y'all to peep though. None of us said PG.
No.
He's having a terrible start to the season. Terrible start to the season.
He is shaking his ass.
Damn near look like he ready to retire the way he's playing. It don't look good, bro.
Like, what's up?
I don't know.
He was like, I'm healthy. And the third. I'm like, all right, PG about to cook me.
Bro, only had one game over 20 points.
Bro, that's bad for business.
That's bad for business, bro. You're PG-13, bro.
I'm taking Zach LaVine over Paul George right now.
Nah, I can't say that, bro. Zach can't even stay on the court, bro.
Don't Skip Bayless call Paul George Paul. Ain't that his name?
That's his name right now because he ain't hooping. His name George Paul.
George Paul.
But we all had different small forward.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
I had
LeBron.
You had KD. What did you have, Ty?
Also,
You said
we
KD?
had KD. Y'all had why'd y'all go with Bron?
Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you.
I'm letting you go.
Bron, in my opinion, he's what 37, 36. And he's still averaging 30 points, 35 points per game. That's dominant. And he's dominated the small forward position from when he came into the league up until this point. Okay, I'll say 05. I won't give him the rookie.
Nah,
point,
bro. I'm not disagreeing with you. It's LeBron James, bro.
No, it's my point. The only reason why I don't give it to KD is because he hasn't shown me he can lead a team deep into the playoffs. Besides OKC.
If he was a shoe size smaller, maybe shoe size and a half, we wouldn't be
saying that either. But bro, in all reality, bro, like I know you don't like it, but he led that Warriors team, bro. Like, and they as players, they even admit it. Like, Cal, how you gonna? He had Steph Curry, but he was still the leader of that team.
It was Steph Curry team, but KD was running the show.
They all admit it, bro. Like, how you gonna disagree with what they say, bro? Like,
the most dominant small forward, though. Can we say that truthfully?
Yeah, bro. At the end of the day, how old is KD? 34, 32, 33?
I think he's the same age as Steph, so he probably like 30.
Not a single soul in his time period in the NBA has ever figured out how to guard him. To this day.
Same thing with
But of course, I'm not. Like I said, I'm not. I'm not disagreeing with you. LeBron's very dominant, but it's just I don't know. I heard a take today, and I agree with it in a sense. They said Kevin Durant is the Shaq of perimeter game.
Who said that?
I think it was somebody on Player's Choice.
Okay.
Yeah.
He said Kevin Durant. I sat back. I was like, bro,
Yeah.
he's right.
Because he get what he want out there, like just like how Shaq got what he wanted in the paint, like. So I that's what I'm banging with
What'd you
that.
say, Cal?
He's the what? Repeat
He's
it.
the Shaq of the perimeter game.
Mm.
I have to agree with it.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
Does sense.
What's harder? What's harder though? Is scoring in the paint harder than scoring in the perimeter?
The perimeter is harder.
And Kyrie,
As a 7 foot.
The perimeter is harder.
Kai, your camera froze. Oh no, you good? You back?
I'm good.
Nah, y'all good. Everybody's good. My fault. Kyrie's camera froze real quick, but he good.
I just definitely think that perimeter is harder because look at how much further you are from the basket.
Real quick though. Would you consider Curry to be the Shaq of the 3-point line? I think that's a guarantee.
Yes.
There's nobody above him.
Curry's the Wilt Chamberlain of the 3-point line. That nigga's an alien.
Don't get me started on Wilt Chamberlain.
Yeah,
He's not a real human being. He was a myth. He's not real.
But like, I don't know, bro. I guess they're 1A, 1B. We'll leave it at that.
Yeah, 1A.
Okay.
But the only difference is KD 7 foot, just like Shaq. Steph like 6'3". That would be the only. Like, is there a 6'2"? Like Zion would be the closest thing I'm thinking of, but he like 6'6", right?
What you mean?
Yeah.
The next Shaq?
No, I'm not saying Shaq. I'm just talking about height, like the height difference. KD 7 foot, just like Shaq.
That's Giannis.
Yeah, the most dominant player in the paint right now is Giannis, and that's why we all had him at power forward. And I'm not gonna care. I don't care. Y'all can disagree. Giannis is the best player in the NBA right now.
See, the thing is, I had LeBron at small forward, and KD got power forward until Giannis. I'm like, yeah, I'll get out the Giannis, move KD, LeBron. That's what I did.
Giannis is the best player in the NBA right now.
Did we have different point guards?
I think
Luka. We all said Steph. You the only person that said Luka.
Oh.
But like I said, we all respect it, bro. It's like the guy literally just had 30 in the first half tonight. That
was crazy.
Ain't shit I could say, but I'm assuming we all have Giannis at power forward, right? We all.
Yeah.
Do y'all think he's the best player in the NBA right now?
Yeah. Who's better?
Shut up, Kyrie, bias ass Warriors fan. Shut up.
No, I was going to say that. I was going. I can't say that. Can't give Giannis that. Who's the
best player?
Because I think if Giannis he's supposed to win that series without Chris Middleton. Respectfully,
bro, it's the best defense in the NBA, and he almost gave him a run for their money. But you got to realize the guy doesn't shoot threes. It's different. It's different.
Yeah, bro.
It's a dude scoring 40 of dunking the ball, bro.
Because it's the best defense in the NBA. Isn't that crazy?
But at the end of the day, we're in a time where you can't win on your own. It's impossible. No player in this league could ever win on their own. Please, I don't care what y'all say. But that's what I'm saying. Like you can't beat that Boston team by yourself, bro. Al Horford was one of the least scored on players in the NBA last year. Marcus Smart was one of the least scored players on last year. Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum are great defenders from 1 to 4. What the hell you gonna do?
Nah. You the best player, bro. Don't they be putting that same holding these high players to the same standard? You feel me?
But it also comes LeBron, it comes with the legacy though. LeBron's legacy is he's a GOAT. Giannis isn't.
I'm there.
Giannis isn't in that stratosphere yet because people kind of don't respect him in a sense, but he's just not there yet. Give him one more ring, bro. I promise you, people are gonna start holding him accountable like that. But as from fans, bro, we understand you can't beat teams alone, bro. Even if he only had Drew Holiday in all reality and Bobby Portis, bro. Drew Holiday's good. Drew Holiday and Giannis is not beating that Boston team. It's not happening, bro.
Not a chance. Because even on Jason Tatum's bad night, Jaylen Brown has a good night. Like you have to look at that. Like
I think
If
they finally
Jason
learned how
Tatum
to play
gives you
together.
15, yeah,
No, go
they
ahead.
honestly, you know what I hated when people were saying, "Oh, you need to split them up."
No,
Hell no, you better make that work because if you split them up, y'all won't have a good y'all won't have a good team.
For some reason, I think they finally learned what to do because they had multiple games already where they're scoring 20 plus together, and that's what they've been supposed to be doing. Instead of it's like off night on night, off night on night. I think they finally learned like, yo, bro, like in all reality, like we're we could arguably be the best duo in the NBA
Facts.
I think they are the best duo in the
as of
NBA.
right now. Yes.
No.
Right now, yeah.
KD. It's Kyrie and
No,
KD.
Kyrie and
I'm
KD
sorry.
been putting up crazy numbers. It's just they can't win because their team. They're putting up like 1,000 points and the team just won't pull through. But they also don't have they don't have their main role players.
Well, I was gonna say it. So
And they don't have a center.
so
But here's
KD,
what I'll say.
Go ahead, Kyrie. We're gonna go Kyrie then
you
then
can go.
Nigel. All right, Nigel then Kyrie.
Oh, here's what I'll say: Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, the best duo in the league. They play fucking defense. Kyrie and KD don't play a lick. Like KD plays defense.
I'm gonna cut you off though.
Kyrie
It's
played
hard.
decent.
Kyrie plays good defense. It goes very overlooked. But it's hard for them dudes to be on the defensive end when their team is literally doing nothing on offense. They're putting and it's the same thing that happens to Jimmy Butler in the playoffs all the time. And this is why he gets drained out fast. You could put all your energy into offense, but if because no one else is scoring, then people expect you to go play defense. Like, no, bro. Like, y'all gotta
It's
help,
hard.
bro. It's hard. Like, we can't do everything on the offensive end. Y'all expect us to go play 100% defense every play? It's not gonna happen. You get burnt out, bro. You get burnt out.
I can agree with that. I can 100% agree with that.
Like
but when you look at the landscape of it, like who else is really scoring on the Celtics? Like in that five, that starting
their
five,
whole five has 10 plus points.
yeah,
That's enough.
Mark.
And Brogdon's coming
But-
up. Like, trust me, bro.
it is enough.
Why do you
but they
think
have
like
to do
all right,
more.
you gotta put a team in perspective? That's the perfect example. Toronto Raptors. Fred and Pascal's their star players. But every night I look at their stats. Their starting five is always 10, 15 plus points. Every single one of them. And then Pascal or Fred, they have more points. But it shows this is why we win games with no real superstar. We play together. We're going to play together on offense, and we're going to go back and play the defense together. Because Fred be playing defense, Pascal be playing defense, Gary Trent plays defense, Scotty Barnes plays defense, and Boucher plays defense. There's a shot blocker. KD has
and Coloco.
and Koloku. KD has to rebound too because they can't rebound because they have no big. KD is their shot blocker. Nobody talks about that because they don't have a valid shot blocker right now. And then you go expect the guy to go on the offensive end to drop 30. He's gonna get burnt out on some plays, bro.
Then you got fucking Ben airball and layups
And
and
on
shit.
top of that, and then you have Kyrie, bro. Kyrie's usually guarding the point guard for the most part, and we all know the point guard might be the heaviest position in the NBA right now, low key.
Yeah.
So it's just like, yo, bro, these dudes get burnt out at a point. So it's
They
just
do.
like, yo, bro, like Boston, bro. Them dudes, 10 points. Let JT, they do most of the scoring. But if we're giving that 10 points, the other three guys, that's possessions they don't have to score, and they can take a break on offense, go back play defense. But it makes it better because they play defense as a whole. I'm telling you, if Toronto had a superstar, well, they showed what they do with a superstar. They showed that.
You know who Toronto shout out for that?
Huh?
You know who Toronto needs to shout out for that?
Kawhi Leonard.
Nah, I was gonna say Rico Hines, bro, because he been putting in.
Yeah, he be having Toronto in there heavy, bro.
Toronto was in there heavy,
Full
bro.
roster, bro.
And their gear and everything,
Yeah,
bro.
but that's building team chemistry. I like that, bro. I like that. You put in that work, bro. Because, at the end of the day, bro, Pascal, he's amazing, but he's not a superstar. Fred, he's amazing, but he's not a superstar. They have no other choice but to play as a team. When Kawhi got there, bro, they was doing the same thing, bro. Play as a team and win. It's just now we have a legit because he wants to play back home. There he wants to play back home in LA. Toronto had a legit superstar, and that just pushed them over. Because when you have a legit superstar, it takes the defense eyes off of the role players. When Kawhi's on the floor and he's healthy, you think I'm worried about Gary Trent Jr.? You You think I'm worried about Fred VanVleet? No. And next thing you know, this guy has a quiet 20 points. Yo, bro, you gotta play. It's the Brooklyn. Brooklyn got to figure out what they need to do, bro.
At first, we thought we were gonna be clean, and then you see like KD on the bench with his head down. They're burnt.
They got to trade
30 plus minutes hurt.
They got to trade some pieces. If I'm the Nets,
get a center. They don't have one. Claxton is good, but he's not a starting center.
You saying DeMarcus and Hassan? How much can they help?
Hassan, bro. They don't see. This is the thing. They don't need a center to come in and score. They need to come in, rebound, block shots, catch a lob, a couple plays from Ben. That's all they need, bro. They just need an actual 7-footer besides Kevin Durant. Claxton is skinny. He gets bodied in the post, and he's not really. You know what I'm saying?
His IQ is terrible. His IQ is.
He's also young, but I'm saying like, yo, bro, I'm taking Hassan. I want to take DeMarcus because like he's slow and he doesn't fit their type of offense. I'll even take Dwight right now.
Yeah, I'll take the back.
But yo, bro, that's what I'm saying.
Just did that. Dwight, DeMarcus, and Hassan all at the crib, but like
Hassan had a great year with the Jazz. They dropped him. DeMarcus was playing good with the Nuggets. They dropped him, and Dwight, Lakers just got rid of him.
I definitely think that if the Nets did pick up, they should pick up both of them, Dwight and Hassan, and be able to move them around.
That's what I
think I just pick up. No. I think I keep Claxton coming off the bench. I'll pick up one of those dudes for a starting role though.
1,000%. I would move some pieces around. Like I'd probably move Joe Harris and somebody else. Hold on, listen to why I'm saying this. Get a young player who is more versatile. Like in my opinion, like if you go after somebody who's like Cam Reddish from the Knicks, that would definitely be a good piece to put with Kyrie and KD.
See, while you shouting out Cam Reddish, I was gonna mention him and Dennis Smith Jr. because I seen my boy was going off the other day.
So happy for Dennis Smith Jr. Man. So happy for that guy. Shout out Dennis Smith Jr. Man. If you see this, man, just know bottom of the net. We behind you, bro. We want to see you win and be great, bro. We rooting for you, bro. I'm so glad to see you hooping in your home state and doing your thing, bro.
Keep
hooping. But that's a wrap, man. That's a wrap of EP 13. Thank you everybody for tuning in and catch us next week. Peace.